Welcome to Contemplative Living, where we view contemplations for the week to have a better understanding of our spiritual paths. This is Contemplative Living with Dave Bennett.
Hello and welcome to another Contemplative Living. Today we're staying at a condo on the beach, so a little different background today, and people may be coming and going as we're doing the broadcast today. But I would like to start with a saying by Friedrich Nietzsche. Thoughts are the shadows of our feelings, always darker, emptier, and simpler. And it kind of echoes what we're going to talk about today. We're going to come down to earth a little bit more, and we're going to talk about our thoughts and our feelings and our actions that we attach to them. So it's and we're going to take it a little slow today because we don't want the technical difficulties that we've had in the past. So here we go. Life as we know it was designed to be the interaction of thought and feeling through action. So what do I mean here? What I'm talking about is in this, our physical consciousness. Now, I'm not talking about our higher consciousness, but our physical consciousness is the interaction of our thoughts and feelings. But the thing that we forget a lot because we get so caught up in our lives is that our thoughts and feelings don't gain any momentum unless we attach action to it. In other words, we need to be an active part in our thoughts and actions. I have friends that are a part of Action Through Compassion. And what they do is they bring their compassion into what they're trying to accomplish. And so this is what I'm kind of talking about, is we need to connect our thoughts and our feelings, and we give them action. We give them action through participation in life. So I invite you to live in the middle of humanity, accompanied by a loving heart within your center. Many times we allow the circumstances to sweep us away. And when that happens, we're just in this discordant sense of being. So what I'd like to invite you is to don't be afraid to be in the middle of humanity, live in the middle of humanity, be aware of where humanity stands, and bring your action, the action that we were just talking about your thoughts and feelings and combining them into an action, but accompanied by a loving heart. When we do things with a loving heart, with our loving center, that's when we create some of the best action. That's when we are actually participating with humanity. Our motion intertwines and activates the combined thoughts and feelings as far as their aspects of consciousness. So our motion intertwines and activates the combined thought and feeling aspects of consciousness. Again, we're not talking about our higher consciousness connected to the oneness or to God or the God, but we're talking about our physical consciousness and what we can do in this world. And balance is a key to all of this. So maintaining a balance and to be aware of our movement, be aware of how we intertwine our activities with our thoughts, with our feelings, so that our feelings don't go rampant into the world. They don't go out of control. That we stay mindful in our practice of being the best human being that we can possibly be. Hey, I see we've got some folks here. Hi, Jean, Teresa, Tracy. Glad you could join us this morning. So we're talking about our consciousness here in our physical form, not so much the higher consciousness. And that takes an act of mindfulness. It takes an act of mindfulness. We still want to combine our spiritual practice and periods of meditation and stillness. But in the day-to-day aspect of living our lives, if we can combine all the activities into a balanced force within us and combine it with the action of what we do on a day-to-day basis. Hi, Yolanda. How are you? Good to see you. And then we can create the positive change that we're really seeking. This is the perfect time to be a conscious light worker, to be one who becomes aware of their higher purpose. So I said we're going to talk about being, in the physical consciousness, but when we're acting, we have to be aware that on a day-to-day basis, we have these little purposes that are infused, that the universe gives us in order to continue on our spiritual path. But we don't need to necessarily, to be a conscious light worker, we don't necessarily always have to have that connection to our higher consciousness. What we can do is be as mindful and aware of who we are and our thoughts. And when something comes, the universe presents something to us that is along a line of purpose in our life, then we have the ability, because we're being mindful, because we're living within our heart center, and we're aware of our feelings and our thoughts, we can put all that to action to satisfy that purpose that the universe gives us. Excuse me, a little froggy this morning. Maybe it has to do with the fog outside. I don't know. But so yeah, I have a little bit of a deeper voice today. So discover your own unique potential on your exciting journey while contributing to the human transformation. And we can do this with our human consciousness, with our physical consciousness. Yes, we want to take the time for stillness to gather the strength of our spiritual integrity, but we want to then bring that into focus so that we can discover our own unique potential. We are all on an exciting journey of life. And sometimes it may feel heavy and it may feel daunting. But when we look at it as an explorer in this journey of life, when we look at it from that perspective, we tend to then, it tends to take some of the weight off of our shoulders. And it allows us to be helpful in the human transformation. So we bring to us that which is similar to the quality of our thoughts and feelings. So this is to wrap it up today. What we have to be aware of is that we bring this to ourselves, that we bring to ourselves that which is similar to the quality of our thoughts and feelings. And the key here is the quality of our thoughts and feelings. We want to maintain a high level of heart-centered awareness with our thoughts and feelings. Because how can we bring that into the world, into our everyday interactions? How can we bring that to humanity to help with the transformation? The reason there's so much chaos right now is because of the eminent change in human consciousness. And so many people want the old way that they fight it. And so as light workers, we want to bring the highest quality we can to our thoughts and feelings, because that then telegraphs into our interactions and into the things, all of our daily dealings, so that we're being helpful on our level, and bringing that forward into our daily lives. So I want to thank you for coming. It's early this day, I know, but the beach condo here is quiet right now, and I thought it would be the best time to get this out. And so I want to thank you for being here. I wish you a blessed week, and namaste. Thank you.